astrology is really a language of symbols, and it works by association. So there's always multiple potential meetings, and usually we've experienced the whole range of our placements in our lives. There's no right or wrong. It's just that's how we've expressed it or experienced it at different times. The person receiving the reading is the authority and will understand and know what lands. And so really there's this piece around being empowered to create the meaning on your own and to do with it what you will. And that was the exact same as my experience with your reading. I've been to many of the readings in the past, especially when I was going through my dark night of the soul years ago. And at that time, I felt like I was really giving my power away to people and being like, who am I? Like, what's my path? What do I need? And people telling me one thing and then another person telling me another thing. And although those are important experiences for me to have, because I think it opened me up to understanding that there was more than I could see in the here and now. It was like I wasn't the authority in that situation. And so I feel like the way that your reading went for me, you're explaining this journey, and then it was like up to me to like understand what it means. And so I think that's going to be the beauty in the integration together, is like, you're not going to say like, oh, it means this, or it means this about you, or it means you need to do that. Like, I need to be like, I think I called you after. I was like, what? And then after a few times we were texting back and forth, I was like, oh, it means this, and oh, it means this. And then I was able to like come full circle, but took a little bit. It wasn't right there because you didn't know what it meant either. You were just telling me what you saw.
And that's the whole point of the importance of the integration, and why coming together for every week for like a month is because things unravel themselves. And that's what it's supposed to be like. A dream comes to hold all this information through metaphor. And those metaphors are what you are to perceive. Like, what does it mean to you? And then what is it speaking to in your life? And so there's like a lot of reflection and sort of unraveling, like unpacking of what it could be pointing to and meaning. And that's why it's super important to come together to provide that for everyone, and just for supporting everyone's own like growth and transformation. Because that's really what we're showing up with, that intention, is that we both hold so strong the importance of self-improvement, growth, transformation, and we're both like very committed to our practices. So naturally, we're going to share that, I think. So
we're going to be starting this after Mars and Mercury both move direct. So I think we'll feel that things will be moving forward. People will be ready to do some of this work, to create some changes, to connect, to communicate, all these things. So that's happening in a couple weeks. But yeah, January 15th is the day to apply by. You'll receive a reading from me, a reading from Sarah, and then it'll be the 4 weeks of meeting together on Tuesday mornings at 9:30.